Peter Eliades with you, Stock Market Cycles Update for Wednesday, March 25th. March 25th, Greek Independence Day. Happy Greek Independence Day to all you fellow Greeks out there. Also to all you fellow Christians out there. Today's the Feast of the Annunciation. 9 months before Christmas. Figure it out, those of you who are pagans out there. Anyway, this is an important chart. We showed this to you for several days now, and we keep telling you that this projection is very much in effect, even though we felt back in this area that we were due for a rally. We're seeing that rally now. In order to invalidate this projection, you'd have to get at least another good 10% to get up into this area here. That's possible, but we'll wait and see what happens. Until or unless that happens, this is the projection that we're looking for to be met. Only two possibilities when a projection is generated. Either it is met or it's invalidated. Okay, there's another one that's close to this. That was a nominal 40-week projection. This is a nominal 78 to 80-week projection. And look how close that came to getting invalidated, at least on a preliminary basis, yesterday. So, and we had this pullback today. Now, this one would be a little easier to invalidate. And I have a suspicion we might see some jumping back and forth around this line. If it gets above it and gets back below it again, then another measurement will be made from this high to where it goes below it again. And anything within this period, this sequence here, this continuum, if you will, between here and here, that it crosses below is a possible halfway mark. Okay, that's the NDX, and that's an important one. But we're going to take a look now at the Dow, the NYA, and the SPX. We'll look at those charts now. Okay, here's the NYA, the New York Composite Index. And by the way, excuse the printing that's going on behind me. I've been given a chore by my wife to do some printing for her. So that's the printer you hear in the background. This happened just about as expected. The New York Composite Index gave this projection yesterday, and look what happened today. We were in this zone most of the day today, pulled back towards the end, but really, really close to satisfying that projection. And when that happens, of course, we look at the next longer one, and we've marked this projection on the next longer one. For practical purposes, you can say this projection's been met, although now we're getting into a position where if it's fully met tomorrow, and this is where tomorrow will be, if it's in this zone tomorrow, chances are it's going to give and confirm an even higher projection to at least up into this area right here, 10,994. That's not been given as yet. So I'm jumping the gun when I show this to you because that has been given on a preliminary basis, but it has not been confirmed. Okay? So the next one we'll look at is the Dow Jones Industrial Average. Okay, basically the same picture here. Here's the Dow. Look, was this a surprise? Isn't it? This software is beautiful. Yesterday, it gave us this projection. This is what happened today. Now, you can say, well, wait a minute. Looks like you missed it. Well, I don't know. Let's take a look. 21,200 is where we closed, and 21,205.92. Okay, missed by 5 points. What's that? 1/20th of 1%. Anyway, the same thing applies here. If we look at the next longer offset, here's where the projection is. Now, for practical purposes, you can say this was met and no higher projection confirmed, so the next expectation would be to the downside. But it's too soon to say that, and this was too close in here. So if we get a full meeting of this tomorrow, and here's where tomorrow's bar will be, we'll almost certainly confirm even higher projections. And on the Dow, those would be up to at least the 23,500 area. So tomorrow's an important day to see what happens. Now we'll show you the S&P. Okay, here's the S&P. Now there's a slightly different story here, and this one leads me to believe that we're going to have at least another up day, because this upside projection on the S&P, which was confirmed yesterday and remains confirmed today, has not yet been reached, and it calls for at least a close of 2558.80 and as high as 2596.65. And if that's reached tomorrow, let's take a look at the next box and see what will be happening there. If this is reached tomorrow, here's tomorrow's bar right here. If it's reached in here, then you have a confirmed projection, higher projection. Now, we got the preliminary today above the red, and that would be calling for approximately 26.99. So if tomorrow is an up day that gets into this box, then we can assume that we'll have an upside closing price projection of at least around the 2,700 level. That has not happened yet, and that's just an assumption. But I want you to be aware of what these individual closing price projections are showing us, and that's it. So tomorrow's a relatively important day. We should have a lot more information then. Tune in tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Haven't subscribed yet? Bottom right, click on the banner. Click on the bell. You'll be notified of all future updates that we do as soon as they come out, even if it's a special one. Thanks for watching. We'll talk to you tomorrow.